You know, men, at Project 12, we like to tackle some of the topics that you're generally not going to talk about in church. And today I want to talk about pornography. And why is pornography wrong? What is it about pornography that makes it a difficult thing in our life to get rid of? And why should we? What's the point of it anyhow? Everybody does it. It doesn't harm anybody, right? I'm going to give you both a scientific and a scriptural foundation that will demonstrate beyond any doubt that pornography is something that absolutely cannot be a part of any man's life. And I want to start with the foundation that we get from Scripture, reading from Matthew chapter 6, starting in verse 22. It says this: "The eye is the lamp of the body," or the soul. "And if your eyes are healthy, then your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, then the whole body will be full of darkness. Then if the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness?" This is actually supported by scientific studies and evidence. Things that we take into our eyes, that we look at, remain a part of us. And every time that thought comes to mind, that image and vision comes to mind. But it goes a lot deeper than that. We take the attitude that if I'm just looking, I'm not actually doing anything. Is it causing harm? From a biblical standpoint, absolutely. We're told that if you think evil of somebody, you've committed sin. And certainly if you lust in your mind and your heart, you've committed sin. Looking practically, and again scientifically, in the way it manifests in our life, when we look at pornography, it dishonors our wife and our personal commitment to our life. The Scripture tells it plainly. We've actually committed adultery. There's spiritual consequences for that, and there are also physical consequences. A recent study in 2014 by Cambridge showed that the effects of pornography were identical to the effects of heavy drug addiction. And in fact, they went on to say it was comparable to the worst of the heavy drug addiction. And this is a physiological change. It literally physically changes the brain. It damages the brain. It is, in many cases, the pathway to an addiction and a lifestyle that becomes a downward spiral. Think of any addiction that you can, and where does it lead ultimately? It leads to death, doom, and destruction. And pornography is absolutely no different. So it separates us from God through sin. It literally physically changes our mind. And worse, it keeps us from ever having a satisfying and an intimate relationship with our wife. Now, fortunately, there are several effective, proven tools to free us, you and I, from pornography. And we'll make those references available through Project 12 website. And so I encourage you, if you or anybody that you know is struggling with pornography, and I'll define the struggle. If you're looking at it, you are struggling with it, then do something about it. We can also connect you with services, people, and resources that can set you free.